Psychologist Frank Cummings is here now with a look at cyber sex, and it may be more common than you think. Good morning, doctor.
Good morning, Rachel.
How common is it?
It's very common. Anywhere from 10 to 20% of adults do this on a regular basis.
And when we say this, is it the sexting, or are you encompassing everything when we talk about cyber sex?
Just about everything, and whether it be something that's done on a smartphone or something that's done on a computer. Absolutely.
So, and do you see this a lot? I mean, you in your practice?
Several times a week, yes.
Really?
Yes.
It's that prevalent?
Yes.
How do you know when it's a problem?
Well, there isn't anything illegal, perhaps, of sending a picture, but if it causes problems in your relationships with your spouse or your partner or something like that, then it's a problem. So people can say what I did was legal, but it can still cause distress and angst and worry in your relationship.
What compels people to do something like what we saw the congressman doing and sending pictures out on Twitter and texting images to women?
Well, there's lots of different reasons. Primarily, it's cheap, it's easy. There's the sense of a thrill that goes with it, a sense of anonymity. I don't know who this person is. They may not know who I am, so it's kind of playful. There's nothing illegal about it. There's also kind of a physiological joy or a sense of high that you get out of it that perhaps somebody would use it as a drug.
When you hear about politicians and celebrities who have been caught in these situations, that doesn't surprise you then, because the scope of the problem and how big it is?
It doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
And why is that?
Because these things are going on, and it's kind of, there's some shame and some secrecy associated with it too, but there's a sense of thrill about it that I'm not going to get caught.
So we've got these statistics up here to show the scope of the problem. 72 million people visit porn sites yearly. 25% of the search engines are for porn sites.
That's
I was
correct.
Unaware of that. And 2.5 billion emails contain porn.
That's right, on a daily basis. So that's roughly about 10% of all of the emails that go out have a porn-related piece to them.
So I asked you this during the break. Let's talk about this. So your husband has a Playboy subscription.
Yes. Not my husband, but
you know, or someone else's husband goes online and looks at pictures. Are they the same issue?
They can be, absolutely. If it causes distress in the relationship, especially in a marriage, and the wife finds out about it, she's not going to care very much whether it's an actual magazine or if it's something online. The magazine is something that you have to store someplace, but with the online portion, it's something you can just easily access and then get out of.
Mm-hmm. We have another graphic too. You mentioned why it's become so popular, and you mentioned that it's easy, it's cheap.
That's correct, and one of the main things is that it's everywhere. I mean, you can't go to a store. When I fly a lot, you can actually purchase the internet service on the airplane, at hotels, just about anywhere. You can be in your car and have internet access.
And it says you can be anonymous and private, but as we've seen with people posting on Twitter, that's anything but.
There isn't anything that if you put on, take a picture of yourself, and then you give it to somebody else, it's no longer private because you don't know what that other person's going to do with that information or that photo.
And finally, doctor, let's talk about treating the problem.
You bet. I had a guy in my office, I was shocked because he separated from his wife, and he told me on Monday night, he said, you know what, I realized I have a problem. And that was the best part of him being separated from his wife, is to admit that he had a problem. That's the big thing. The second thing is that you have to stop this stuff. You have to cut it off. It's just like the alcoholic. You got to get them to stop drinking.
And are there programs available?
Absolutely. There's support groups, but mostly there's some accountability that needs to go on. So, and especially for if it's a wife who has a husband who has this problem, accountability software is out there, accountability partners are out there as well.
All right, good to know. Frank Cummings, thanks so much.